our next segment, Grants in Action. I'm going to turn it over to Eddie Coates.
Well, hello everyone. Although this year was drastic, we got through. The grants the teachers received helps your kids to achieve greatness by using measures such as manipulatives to encourage fun building, incorporate music, and iPads to build STEM skills. I cannot wait to see what these opportunities will allow these kids to do in the future. The sky's the limit. Without further ado, here's Demopolis West Side Elementary grants.
We've used these materials. A lot of times we do them for Fun Friday. It's a lot of extra stuff. If some of the kids finish their work, they can go get a box out, work on a STEM box. It just makes them think deeper, think critical, to figure things out and problem solve.
The box. I like to build with the blocks because I like to build. Maybe. That's mine. Because when you build it, it gets to light up when you get done building the blocks.
The reason for writing the grant for the iPads is because the self-contained classroom, the technology that we had was outdated. And as you know, we're moving forward, even though this is a self-contained classroom. They're more collaborative with doing their work. They're a lot more willing to sit down for longer periods of time and do their work. And then we've also seen an improvement on their assessment scores from using the iPad.
Well, what we've used the grant for is we've used it to purchase these instruments right here. These are called mallet instruments. Start out with a good tone, which is something that's difficult for students to overcome. So we can start music with just starting music. I want to develop a love for music, whether they join band or not. But as assistant band director, I also want to see these kids raised up through the system, start out, hit the ground running when they get band.
For open-ended manipulatives that are not necessarily part of a set, that they can be used creatively, the children can use their imagination, and they take all of this back to math skills, to reading skills, to solving problems, and they take it home and just use it in everyday life.
I was listening to that.
A little bit of delay on the mic, I apologize, but we are back. I am super excited to have Jim introduce our next grants.
Test. All right. We got it going now. I'll be here to announce the U.S. Jones grants. U.S. Jones received over $2,500 worth of grants. Pretty nice, if you ask me. Julie Harrison received $230 for materials to provide students with essential tools to complete hands-on STEM projects. Emily Wyndham received $2,000 for new library books, and $300 went to Ann Johnson for a locking technology cart. So here's the video for the U.S. Jones grant.
Well, I think breakout rooms have been very popular, and it's a great way to incorporate what we teach with a real life situation or a different situation. So they have to take what they're learning in a class and apply it to a different situation, which is a great way to connect learning. It's also a lot of fun. So it's something different than just doing another worksheet or just doing something that they're used to doing. So it's exciting for them, but it also is a chance for them to really work with the material that they're learning. Well, really, when we look at the breakout rooms, the breakout rooms, they talk about, it deals with 4 C's. You know, it allows students to collaborate, to be creative, to communicate, and to think critically. And those are really important skills that they're going to need, not just for school and for academic success, but for success later in life. It's always great to have opportunities like this, and we really appreciate the School Foundation and all the things that they do for us, because there are a lot of places that don't have the kind of support that we have, and there's not always the money to buy the materials or to try to be creative. So we love to have opportunities like the opportunities the School Foundation gives us through their grant program to be creative and to bring new and innovative things into our classrooms.
The excitement that are on the kids' faces when I tell them that we've got new books. It's like Christmas has come early because they're so excited to have something new to read, and a lot of times they will request books and I will try to order the things that they requested, so they're very excited. So I think that's the best part. I know that they will love these new books. I've got many different titles that I know they will be interested in. The students really like books about building things and making things, so I ordered some of those. So I used this grant to purchase books about people from different cultures and also written about people from different cultures.
Now it's time to introduce somebody that needs no introduction, somebody that's welcomed in all intellectual circles in Demopolis, none other than valedictorian Tori Horne.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you to the audience. I love the enthusiasm for me. Love the support. Thanks.
Can I get an autograph?
Jim, I can't just give that out for free. A girl's got to make a living. Like, I don't know what you want me to donate to the foundation. Then we'll talk. Yes. But thank you for the very nice introduction. I'm here to talk about the middle school and high school grants. So in fall of 2020, DMS received around $19,500 in grants. Yes, I know it is a lot. These grants were used to purchase everything from microscopes to oboes. So let's take a look at how these grants have made a difference in the classroom.
To access the ebooks, you can go to the Demopolis City School website and navigate to the middle school page, and then click on the File It icon there. There's a username and password. When you click on it, you log in so that you have access to the book, and it's DMS Tigers, capital D, MS, and the password is readers. This first row just tells the added books, but to get to read these newest ebooks that I have, they're interactive. So you click open, and you can either read the book page by page.
Section 1.
And it reads to you.
Microscopic world.
And that makes it really simple.
What I like about this book is that people are telling their terrifying stories, and people can learn from these stories, because these stories are truly terrifying, and you can learn from these stories.
I'm Ronald Vaughn, and I read the book Plant Cells. It was very good, very informational. I'm glad our librarian at the library got the grant. I really like it because it's an easier way than just reading the book in your hand.
This Lego Mindstorm grant, our coding class and our robotics class have been able to combine to work together to set up where 40 students can learn how to code a robot and really build their own robot.
Also, we have the robotics class in place for several years, and with the combination of coding and our robotics class, I've seen that the students can not only use the VEX robotics kits that we have along with Lego to just enrich what the kids have already seen or been exposed to before. So they can make mistakes and mess up, and it really just provides them a more enriched background as far as coding and robotics go.
Right. They get to create what they want their robot to look like. There are some plans that they can use on their own, but we've seen these kids in the first couple of weeks of using it be able to come up with their own ideas, and it doesn't work, then they're able to go back and retrace steps to figure out where the problem is, correct it, and continue the process.
This is an oboe. It's a double-reeded instrument, and it's rather difficult for students playing. It's not something you find in a lot of smaller bands. We would call this in the band world a scholarship instrument because the students who exceed really well on it are very desired by colleges. So a lot of times, like, it's hard to believe, but being able to play this can pay for college. I wish I had played oboe when I was their age. And so the grant has allowed us to purchase 2 of these with the goal of eventually having 2 students learning them. Right now we've got one that stepped up in the 7th grade. It is real beneficial for us to get them young because it takes years to really master them.
Okay, welcome back. Now, you guys might be wondering where I got this sweet ride right here. I actually got it from the DHS parking lot because it's just been here for months for no reason. You know, it doesn't run, but, you know, maybe if I'd gotten my car from Wyndham Motor Company, I would be in a much better position here. But anyway, speaking of the high school, this past fall, they received 4 grants, totaling in a little over $13,600. Yep, give it up for money, we always love that. One of these grants actually went to Demopolis High School's Tiger Studios, allowing us to purchase the equipment being used to produce this live stream, which I think really shows the impact of the Demopolis City Schools Foundation, because all these positive effects are making a full circle. So yeah, let's give it up for Demopolis City Schools Foundation and giving back. Anyways, without further ado, let's take a look at some of those other high school grants.
The Demopolis City Schools Foundation has provided the money to purchase a Chrome cart that stays within the library. Classrooms who do not have their own carts have been able to check out the cart and use it for different labs and activities in their classrooms.
The Demopolis Foundation has provided us a grant that gave us the 3D printer and a 3D scanner that allows us to create things in a cool and educational way that teaches us about technology.
I'm really glad the school foundation has given us a grant of $500 so that all students have an opportunity to come in here and use the school supplies that can be afforded without having to use their own money. Thank you, School Foundation.
The Demopolis City Schools Foundation has donated $1,500 every year to provide a personalized book list for all of Demopolis High School. There have been book series that I started but could not finish because other libraries did not carry the books, but Ms. Lawrence did thanks to the Demopolis City Schools Foundation.
Okay, so we used our grant money for touchscreen Chromebooks for the classroom. We bought 6 of them. And these Chromebooks have really benefited our classroom because they are touchscreen, number one. And so a lot of our students have a hard time using a mouse or a mouse pad, and so they can just touch the screen like you would a phone or an iPad. And also it has a really great feature in that you can blow it up with your fingers just like you would a phone or an iPad. So a lot of our students who have vision problems can see better.